How y'all doing? Welcome, Mr. Realberry, the owner and founder of yngmfitness. And today, we're here to talk about commitment. Commitment is really important and key to be successful. Here's the Webster definition of commitment. It is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity, an engagement or obligation that restrict freedom or action. With that being said, commitment is given 110%. And trying to perfect your craft. In grade school, I wanted to be a rapper and an NBA player. But I felt like I wasn't big enough, and I also felt like I didn't have what it takes to talk in front of crowds and stuff. So then my teacher used to always say, fall back, have a plan B, plan C to fall back on. Then in high school, I wanted to be a rapper still, but I found out I had a love for football and lifting. And then I realized, like, that's not what I need to do. I need to figure something else out. Then I got to college, and then I realized I had too many dreams and goals. I had too many things I wanted to do. I wasn't focused and wasn't perfecting the craft. With that being said, in grade school, when I was having basketball practice outside of basketball practice, I was writing rhymes. Or in football, outside of football practice, I was rapping. But just think, if the time that I was writing raps, I was dribbling the ball, or the time I was writing raps, I was throwing a football or running routes or doing sprints and suicides and stuff, and I wasn't perfecting the craft. But this past semester in school, I did some research on this company. I'm pretty sure everybody either owns something or knows someone that owns something from this company. Apple. Apple started in 1977, and for 23 years, they worked on one item, which was a computer, the MacBook. They worked on that item till 2000, from 1977 to 2000, and then in 01, they decided to move on to make something different, which they came out with the iPod. So it took them 23 years. They committed 23 years of their time. They committed 23 years of their time to perfect a computer, and then they moved on. Y'all don't see what I'm saying here, man. Y'all not perfecting y'all craft. Y'all just doing multiple things good and not perfecting and being great. That's what you got to do. You got to perfect your craft. But in 01, they created the MacBook, and then it took them 6 years to master the iPod. Then they moved on to iPhones in 07 and came out with the Apple TV and the iPhones and stuff. And yeah, that's all cool, but they mastered iPods before they moved on to iPhones. Now they moved on to iPhones and stuff, and then they got to the Apple Watches. Y'all don't see what they're doing here, man. They just not doing multiple things at once. They're perfecting one thing. But check this out. As they mastering those one items, they're still doing the same items that they mastered. They already can keep putting those out because they mastered it. They ain't got to do much more changes to it. There's nothing else they can do. Only thing they can do is put more memory on your hard drives, on your computer, on your motherboard and stuff, because they mastered it. And that's our problem. But check this out. As they perfected one craft, they're still working on a new item. Like, I did some research, and it shows that Apple was trying to come out with Apple Energy and Apple vehicles, while they still making Apple Watches, while they still making iPods, while they still making computers, and they still coming out with iPhones. Let that sink in, man. They're committing their time to perfection. They're not just doing something and being great at it. They're not just being good. They're being great at everything that they do. And our problem is we scared to commit, or we scared of failure, and we don't finish. Like, we do so much things that don't finish. Like, you got people going to school, dropping out, not finishing, but you still gonna owe Sally Mae once it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, finish. Like, you have to pay them anyway. Finish. Commit your time to it. Or you got people playing a sport like myself. I was just playing it, but I wasn't spending extra time on it to perfect my craft, playing football or basketball. I spent my off time rapping and stuff. But if you perfect and commit, you will be great. And then also, you got one thing that really kills me is you got people in this relationship goals and all that, and scared to commit or think it's cool to have hoes and all this stuff like that. And it's like, what's wrong with committing to one and build on that? Because once y'all together and y'all build and y'all grow, you thought one head was better. Have two heads. It's fire. You can't stop it. So commit. Do not be scared to commit. You got people scared to commit to family and God and care what other people think. Like, so be it. If you got faith in something, you believe in something, that's you. Put your faith and belief in it. But don't just half do it. Give your all to Him. Give your all to God or your faith, whatever you believe in. And one thing I'm going to do this year is I'm going to commit. I'm going to make sure I'm committed to my craft and lifting and talking to you guys, giving you guys these motivational Mondays. I'm going to get better as the season goes on, man. I'm just trying to perfect my craft, be the best that I can be. And on top of that, I want to be a better friend, cousin, teammate, boyfriend, son, everything. I just want to be a better me. At the end of this year, I can look back and say, I have grown. I have got better. And I committed everything I had to growing. And then, another thing, these people are so scared to commit. You got people, as soon as you're doing bad, as soon as you start doing bad, they off the shit. You got all these fans, or I'm a Bengals fan, or I'm a Steelers fan, and as soon as they team bad, they hopping onto the next team. I'm seeing so many Atlanta Falcon fans on my timeline, it don't make no sense. I ain't see not one. I did not see one Atlanta Hawk fan on my timeline until last week, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, commit, man. If that's your team, that's your team. If that's your team, don't just let that be your team doing it good. That's your team doing it bad and ugly as well, man. And I got one question. Before we go is, why commit to something that's not committed to you? Think about it. Why commit to something that's not committed to you? And if you don't know what I mean, I'll give you an example. We got people committed to, this is my block, this is my hood, I'm committed to it. As soon as you get killed or get locked up, that block's still there and the next person claiming it, man. Why you committed to something that's not committed to you, man? Find your why. Let me know why you committed to stuff. Let me know what you committed to. When you find your why, the rest is all history. And when you find your why, email me, call me, text me, comment below. Let me know your why. I'm very interested to know why you do the things you do and what you're going to do to change it. Thank you. If you like what you heard today, you can subscribe, like, share the video. If you like the shirt, you can check it out. Order it offline, www.yngmfitness.com. And thank you. Subscribe and like below.